Long ago, during the dark and uncertain days of World War II, soldiers from the Polish army found themselves traveling through Persia. They had lost their homeland to the war, but they carried courage, faith, and the will to fight for freedom. One day in the spring of 1942, they came across a small boy carrying a sack. Inside was a tiny, frightened brown bear cub whose mother had been killed. The soldiers looked at the cub with compassion. They bought him from the boy, gave him milk from a bottle, and named him Wojtek, meaning happy warrior. From cub to soldier. At first, Wojtek was just a playful companion. He would stumble clumsily around the soldiers' camp, chasing oranges, wrestling with the men, and cuddling at night for warmth. He became their little brother, their source of joy in the middle of suffering. But as months passed, Wojtek grew. From a cub, he became a massive Syrian brown bear, standing over 6 feet tall and weighing more than 200 kilograms. Yet despite his size, he was gentle with his human family. He loved eating fruit, honey, and sometimes even enjoyed a sip of beer shared by the soldiers. The men taught him tricks, saluting, carrying heavy items, and even riding in trucks. Soon, Wojtek was not just a mascot, he was a comrade. The war calls. The Polish soldiers were assigned to fight alongside the British in the Middle East and later in Italy. When their transport ship refused animals on board, the soldiers made a bold decision. They officially enlisted Wojtek into the army. He was given a rank, a serial number, and became Private Wojtek. He wore his place proudly. The soldiers even designed a badge of a bear carrying an artillery shell. The Battle of Monte Cassino. In 1944, during one of the most brutal battles of the war, the Battle of Monte Cassino in Italy, Wojtek proved his courage. The soldiers were transporting heavy artillery shells. It was dangerous, backbreaking work. Suddenly, to everyone's amazement, Wojtek stood on 2 legs, lifted a massive shell in his paws, and carried it carefully to the line. Over and over he carried shells, never dropping a single one. To the men, it was a miracle. Wojtek wasn't just a mascot. He was a soldier who helped them win. His presence gave them strength, courage, and laughter in a time of fear. After the war, when the war ended, Wojtek could not return to Poland. Instead, he was taken to Scotland with his fellow soldiers. There he became a legend. People loved visiting him, hearing how a bear had fought alongside brave men. Wojtek lived peacefully in the Edinburgh Zoo, often standing up and waving when Polish veterans came to see him. To his dying day in 1963, he was not just remembered as an animal, but as a true brother in arms. The legacy Wojtek's story teaches us: brotherhood is not limited by race, language, or even species. Courage can come in many forms, even from a bear. Hope and friendship can survive even in the darkest times. Today, statues of Wojtek stand in Poland, Italy, and the UK, reminding the world of the bear who became a soldier and lifted the spirits of men when they needed it most. Friends, if this story touched your heart, please subscribe, share, and spread this message of courage and hope. God bless you.